Welcome back to Keeping BZ. Zack, can you see this glorious game?
I can see Goosebumps, yes.
So, in the tradition of some of our previous Keeping BZs, we're playing some games that we have some nostalgia for. And in this case, I'm taking a look at Goosebumps Attack of the Mutant, which was... I think it was like a collection of discs that was given to me by my uncle that I was thumbing through, and I remember Goosebumps, and I was like, oh, there's a Goosebumps game? I guess I'll try this out. So this is Attack of the Mutant. It's based off of one of the earlier Goosebumps books about a kid who finds himself trapped inside of a comic book. There was also a Goosebumps TV episode about it, and for whatever reason, they decided to make a game. This is the sequel to Goosebumps, I think it's like Escape from Horrorland was the first one, which was actually a very well-renowned adventure game known for its celebrity talent and good design and high production value. This game also has a pretty big budget, and you're going to see that. It's just not a particularly great game. It was also one of the first games ever to use cel shading on its characters.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you,
it's weird that a Goosebumps game. Oh.
Yep.
Okay, this is looking familiar to me now.
Yeah.
I think I saw a little bit of a speed run of this.
Oh, really?
I can't remember if I saw the whole thing.
I've gotten vibes, you know. Really freaky visions of them gathering at Mutant headquarters.
Any idea what they're up to, Flo?
Whatever it is, it's bad. Wicked
So that
bad.
character in the green costume, Zack, that's Adam West voicing him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Adam West is in this game. John Belushi also plays the main villain.
I'm surprised you ended up picking up a Goosebumps game because you're a big Animorphs fan. So I figure anytime you would look at Goosebumps, you would just shake your fist and shout, Goosebumps!
I didn't have as much of a rivalry towards that dynamic back then as I kind of developed later on. Like, I read Goosebumps too, I just wasn't really that into the books in comparison to Animorphs.
Of course they're coming, but we'll...
I agree, I enjoyed Animorphs way more. I have read a couple Goosebumps books. This is one of the books I read.
And I just didn't have access to the games that were based off of Animorphs. I just kind of found this CD in a little thing, and I was like, I guess I'll try this.
Not if I get to them first. Back off, Thorny. Just be glad one of these digits ain't a pair of pruning shears.
Enough!
I don't know how to feel about the graphics.
Yeah.
And the sooner we get started, the sooner the world will be mine!
I would say out of the Goosebumps books I read, this is one of the weaker ones, definitely. Not the weakest.
I do remember the ending of this book. I mean, I feel like so many Goosebumps books have this same ending, where the character's involved with a thing, and then at the end of the story, the twist is they turn into that thing. The kid has a bunch of hair growing all over his body, turns into a dog. I remember the ending of Attack of the Mutant, the book, being like, the kid saves the day, but he's permanently, like, turned into, like, somebody that's made out of ink. Or something like that.
Yeah, I think it ends with him cutting himself on a knife, and instead of blood, it's ink, I believe.
Yep.
I would say the worst Goosebumps book is the one you brought up about the kid who turns into a dog. That one was really stupid.
That one is really stupid. Especially the TV episode. But yes, this kid just got off at the end of the line stop on this bus and decided, I guess I'll walk up to this place. Like, I guess he doesn't have anywhere to go or go home. Or maybe he's just bored. So he's gonna walk to the Tower of the Mutant, which he now identifies as that's where he is. So, to describe what the gameplay of this is, Zack, it's a FPS, but also an adventure game at the same time.
Okay. I've seen that kind of genre before. Realms of the Haunting did something similar.
Mutant Mail.
I've only seen a play...
His mailbox said Mutant Mail.
Hey, hold on. Easy. I'm not gonna hurt you. Listen, we're here
Are you
to
sure?
stop the mutant.
Please don't get so close to me.
Yeah, I
name's
know.
Dinah,
It's so
and we
uncanny.
sure could use your help. I figure you're a real threat to the mutant because
I
he
think
doesn't
the
know
model
anything about
quality
you.
for the time is
He
okay,
hates
but
that,
the animation
being
makes
control freak
it
and all.
horrible.
We suspect
Yes.
he's trying to take over the world. Your
Yeah.
world. And my friends and I want to prevent that. But we'll definitely need your help. Come on, we should get out of here. That could be the mutant
Yes,
now.
definitely need his help.
And then, if you're wondering, Zach, in Escape from Horrorland, it's all entirely like live action actors.
Yeah, I did see a little bit of Horrorland.
It's better. I mean, to me, playing it as a kid, I was just like, whoa, graphics! It's like watching a movie. They're computer generated like Toy Story.
I was not much of a graphics person, even as a kid. Not until the PS2, anyway. Jak and Daxter and Kingdom Hearts look so amazing. Especially the opening cutscene to Kingdom Hearts. That blew my mind as a child.
Oh, we got this guy coming after us. We gotta wait. Uh-oh.
Oh, I was not expecting you to use the hammer that way. I thought it
Yep.
was going to be a melee weapon.
We'll get melee weapons later. Like, there is some combat in this game. I remember later on there being, like, actual shooting, but it's mainly melee for a while. 5-cent copies. But it doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Most of these doors are locked. Oh. Looks like the secretary for the mutant, and this is how, like, what even is this? Like, does a supervillain lair need a secretary?
How often do you think supervillains would go through secretaries?
I don't know, but yeah, this is the mutant's office.
All right, listen up. Don't
worry, he didn't see that door open.
World has slipped inside our headquarters, and he or she has to be apprehended at once.
I don't get it, Mutant. Is this outsider working with the League of Good Guys?
Who cares? Those buffoons are the least of our worries. We know their powers and their weaknesses.
We also know they ain't no match for us.
But this stranger
Could be capable of almost anything.
This much I'm sure of. If our diabolical plot is to succeed, you must find and destroy the intruder before he has a chance to escape. All of you, get that kid! Except you, magnificent molecule man. You and I need to talk. Care to tell me what you've done with Chinchilla?
First, you tell me why you've made her your second in command. You know, I'm far more brutal and ruthless than she is.
But she proved to be more deserving than you. She never questioned me, only obeyed.
My devotion to you was total.
Was? What about now?
Perhaps that's for you to find out.
Bring me the human intruder, and you will replace Chinchilla.
Do I have your word?
Do I have your loyalty?
Only time will tell.
All right.
Yeah, I trust that guy.
Yeah, definitely. I love especially how he's just says like the most evil, ominous thing of just like, oh, I guess you'll find out. And the mutant just continues on with the conversation as if nothing had happened. I believe if you open up that door, the mutant just sees you and you die.
It makes sense.
Okay. Okay, we haven't unlocked the elevator. Yeah, the elevators like strategically open up when you're ready to get into them and move to another floor of the building. That's why the structure of this game sometimes gets a bit confusing because you're jumping between floors trying to figure out where to go. Okay, this is like the shortcut. I remember this. That's a door. Okay, this is the freezer. Can't go inside it. Can't adjust the temperature. You press a tab to look through your inventory. Right now, all we have is our comic book. Where to next? What's down here? Oh, the greenhouse. bugs. Oh, and we got a rake. Beautiful 2 frames of animation.
For the most part, apart from the cutscenes, this game looks pretty good.
Honestly, yeah, I like how every room is unique and all the assets are, you know, custom made and look very nice.
Yeah!
Uh-oh. We got a super villain.
That doesn't hurt me.
Uh-oh. Let us in. Where's that coming from? The bees! And now he's distracted, so we can move on. Okay. So what the game doesn't tell you, but you're also kind of supposed to be doing, is collecting pieces for a superhero costume of your own, which I think you need to, like, beat the game. So let's see if we can find some of them. There's that. Yeah, there. The League of Good Guys emblem. Keep at it.
So your superpower is infinite potential, because they don't know your superpowers, so it could be anything. It could even be nothing.
Yeah, which is bizarre. Just like, how would you know anything? Like, it's just a kid. Then again, I guess they only know there's an intruder, not what the intruder is. Not that I know how they would know that.
Yeah. If my arch nemesis walked in with someone I've never seen before, I would probably assume they'd be scary.
I suppose.
I wouldn't assume if my arch rivals are superheroes that they would bring a random child.
So there was some. If we try to actually exit back through where we came from, it's locked. So we got to find another way out through this maze.
Where's your health? Is this a Resident Evil situation where
you can't really see your health? Like, you notice how it's like flashing whenever I get hit by the bugs. It's now flashing yellow. It'll start flashing red when I'm close to death.
Oh
yeah.
My god. That sounds annoying.
It is pretty annoying. And the thing that sucks is that, I mean, oh, there we go. There's the random portal. And now we're back in the main building. Yeah, what sucks about that health thing is that, I mean, you can't really tell, and when you die, I mean, thankfully, there are, like, auto-saving checkpoints. But you do need to manually save if you actually want to, keep your save. Okay. Now where are we going? What's down here? The control room?
Oh, we could play a better game.
Yeah,
we could
play control, yay. Uh-oh. Oh, what's that? A robot! Beaten by a rake. The amazing security system of the worldwide villain, the Mutant.
At least I know how to defeat ChatGPT now when it takes over the world.
Yep. Get your rake. But who knows, maybe ChatGPT will then write a story about how the rake couldn't stop you, so that way it knows how to stop you.
Oh no.
This just in. The mysterious green beam has just leveled Washington, D.C.
And the soon we get started. Soon the world will be mine!
So I guess that's supposed to be either... I don't think he's actually I mean, no, I guess he is broadcasting his evil plan, but it just feels very... almost like a test. It's bizarre. But yeah, I guess he plans to turn all of Hollywood into, like, super thin, like a comic book or some shit, like 2D. Oh, dead end.
He's gonna hypnotize all of the Hollywood producers so that way they only make superhero movies. That's why we're in the timeline we're in!
That makes too much sense, unfortunately.
Also, Pinky Flamingo.
Yeah, Pinky Flamingo. Based off the Why are they referencing that movie in a children's game? I have no idea.
Early media just love doing that.
Ooh, what's the matter? Suddenly getting that sinking feeling?
Yeah, he just drew quicksand under us.
You should be so lucky. This is slow sand.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's slow sand.
Same eventual end result. We might as well toast your untimely end, kid. Here's mud in your eye.
So, we gotta find a way out of this quicksand before it kills us. Thankfully, a rat might help us. Come on, buddy. Get over here. There we go. Pulls it up with his tail, and he makes an exit for us.
So that rat is also secretly a superhero.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, that's the rambunctious rat or something. I don't know.
They call him the Chunker.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's the thick rat.
With a thick theme.
There we go. Back out into the manor. Or skyscraper building, whatever the hell this place is. Okay.
Evil Lair.
There we go. Okay. Oh, we're about back in the front foyer. Okay.
So this is going to be one of those and then games, right?
Yeah, honestly. You just go to the next room and then a thing happens and then you move on to the next one. But, Zack, we're back out in the front foyer. We could just leave.
I'm guessing it's not going to let... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the fucking mutant just jumps us.
Get that kid!
Yeah, the elevator's the plot elevator. It just takes you where the next scene has to happen.
I mean, yeah, literally. It closed now, so now we have to explore this place. Oh, needs a key.
It's weird that there's always 3 elevators, but you only ever need 1.
Okay. Just the bottom floor jukebox. Uh-oh.
I actually don't even remember what the plot of this Goosebump book is. I remember the ending, but I don't remember what really happens in it. All I really remember is he sneaks into the villain lair.
Yeah.
And then it turns out he's a comic book character, and that's all I remember. I don't even remember what it's supposed to be about. I don't even remember if you meet any of the heroes in the book. Oh no, they're back.
But we know how to beat him this time.
Rake.
Well, not rake, but...
Or rake into the spring.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now we can get out and use that key. There we go. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know. Just goblin things. I assume that these are spin-offs of, like, the plant guy or something.
That was my guess, too. They're green goblins.
Oh. I just imagine if he looked like this. I do kind of like how the game just throws you into this world and its lore without really fully explaining who any of these heroes are, who any of these villains are. It's just like you've been thrown into any random issue of a comic book. Okay. I know there's... Oh, there it is. Yeah, piece of your costume in here. There's a point eventually where we can start actually using superpowers. But for now, we're just Rake Boy. No leaf shall stand in our way. Or Goblin. Which are apparently just as bad as leaves. Well, I don't know. They're probably made out of plants, too, so I guess it works.
Man, all those times Mom made me rake the garden. Paid off. Or rake the backyard, I guess makes more sense.
Gardens need rake, too. Fall leaves fall on them. You got weeds. Okay.
And then he's going to jump into that pile of leaves. And he's going to become Leaf Boy. Or Leaf Person. I don't think they specify the gender.
I mean, I appreciated at the beginning where the mutant, quickly goes, he or she. He used at least the gender neutrality of the era. But the mutant is not fully woke, which is why he's the villain. Art room.
Over here.
What's that? Oh no. Adam West. He's been turned into a painting.
Now we have to paint by numbers.
Yep. This light gives us an idea of what his original colors are. Obviously, green's the color we need to find, but where? Seeing any greens in this room. Maybe elsewhere.
Maybe if we murder the plant man.
Yes.
We can mush him up and then use him as paint.
I wish. I assume we'll have to kill him later, but... Oh, mutant rules! Flo's closet.
That's not even grammatically correct. It should be mutant's role. But it just says mutant rules, which means these are the rules of mutants. But what are they? They aren't listed.
Well, the main villain is just the mutant. So.
Okay.
Either way, why would you graffiti your own stupid lair? Like, I don't get it.
I saw the DreamWorks moon out there.
Yeah. Like, for a second I looked outside and I was like, okay, is it just like the best, most clearest night in recorded human history, or are we actually in space? But it seems to be just the night sky, because there's the DreamWorks logo. Yeah, the Moon Man just hanging out. You can buy some comics, stuff. Someone was playing tic-tac-toe. And here we are. This green dripping pipe.
Oh, wasn't involved with murder.
No murdering yet, Zack. I don't know if we'll even get to any murder.
Oh, it's okay. I'm okay. No big whoop, no major damage. Whew. By the way, nice work. I'm now back and ready to rumble. Pinky's the one who did this to me, and he's going to pay. Hey, while I go after him, I strongly suggest you stay on the mutant's tail. Cool? Gotta zoom!
Alright, I'm going after the lesser villain. You go after the main one.
Yeah, literally, yeah. I guess, well, I mean, the lady on the roller skates, when we first entered the mutant's lair, she was just like, hey, since you're not one of us and you're from another world, that gives you an advantage, I guess. So, maybe that's why.
What's his superhero name supposed to be? The Great Goat? The Green Goat?
I believe he is the Galloping Gazelle.
What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
You dare to interfere!
Can I trust you? Yeah, I guess you'll see.
Yeah. He's the betrayer.
And then the mutant's just chasing him. The mutant must know if he can trust him or not.
Alright, we're back in this area. Is this quicksand gone or the slow sand gone in Pinky Flamingo's place? It is. Oh.
Hey, how's about a little, help?
Alright. Tape. Phono and CD. As you might expect, this man enjoys rock, so this type of music is actual torture to him.
Yeah.
So we must change it to CD.
We put him on hold. Nobody likes that.
Whew, fine flicking, man. I got a jet, but I'll for sure tell the rest of the league that you are clearly a cadet to be trusted. Whoa, one more thing. Never forget the feedback credo. Look hot, stay cool, and always steer clear of the bee.
Of the bee?
I guess, and he gave us a mutant quarter. It says, in Mutant we trust.
But can we? I guess we'll find out in time.
Oh. Bullshit.
As usual, I'm here in the nick of time. Don't you just love me? Captain Bob, at your service. I know you're dying to thank me, everyone always is, but there's no time for that now. That comic book you arrived with, may I see it? Don't tell me you've lost it! It must be in the building! I have reason to believe it contains a vital clue concerning Mutant's greatest weakness. Get going! Track it down! I'll let the other League members know what's happening. When you find it, meet me in room 509. Till then, my friend!
So that's Captain Bob. He exists.
He does.
Yeah, and now we're in space. Or somewhere. I don't know. Like, oh, there's the Earth. There's the moon.
Is this quite possibly the most 90s thing I've ever seen? It's not, but it's getting there.
The game itself, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. These character designs are...
Mm-hmm. It's definitely of the Rob Liefeld era where everybody's like super buff. Okay. Let's try, because now we got, what do we have? Got to use the coin. Okay, and we know that at the back of this corridor there was the room with the comic book dispenser. I wish we actually had those. No, not this one. Further back. Yeah, I guess these are just people that got turned into, like, 2D things by the mutant, I assume. Let's see. Yep. The comic book dispenser's 25 cents. God, I wish. Comic book is like $4 or $5 these days.
Remember back in them days where you could get one for a nickel?
No.
Or like 10 cents, I don't know.
No, we were not alive by like 50 years, Zack.
You don't know me. I could be eternally 30. Which would be hell.
Yeah, that would honestly be hell. Alright. Now we're back here for some reason. Can we go into the mutant's office? We can! Has a nice view of space and the moon. And his chair just rotates wherever you look at it. That's a nice chair.
The Mass Mutant has a gamer chair.
This is for some reason, there's just like a shortcut here that'll teleport you back to the greenhouse. But like, you can just walk there on this floor too. I don't know why that shortcut's just like right there.
Maybe it's storytelling. environmental storytelling.
I guess.
The green guy needs to teleport directly from the greenhouse to the mutant's office.
Can we use that there? No, I guess not.
It says you need 5 cents.
Which we already used up our quarter. I mean, it just kind of moves and it doesn't do anything. This is just like a weird shortcut. Like I never found like there's anything in this room. Nope, that's just a wall. Should we go to the freezer now? No, that's the greenhouse. Oh.
Ah, you found it! Great! Hand it over!
Fool! You've fallen directly into my trap. Now watch!
Are you gonna play hockey?
That untrustworthy dog, the magnificent molecule man, imprisoned Chinchilla in his comic book. And it took a buffoon like you to free him.
But it was like a random comic book that could have been any comic book in that dispenser.
The least I can do is repay the favor.
Uh-oh.
By blasting you right out of this world.
Well, that's not good.
A chinchilla is a really bad theme for a supervillain.
Yeah, and I'm seeing more and more of what you're saying, Zach, like looking at some of these designs. They definitely remind me a lot of like the 90s era cartoons, like the old X-Men and Spider-Man with like how brightly colored everybody is. Oh boy. What's this?
You have to help me pull myself together.
Oh, that must be Molecule Man, like in pieces.
It's a good thing that's a big molecule and not like a real one, or else we never find them.
Yeah, you think, I mean, yeah, you think realistically it would be smaller than what your eye could see.
I can only just think of this kid running around flailing his rake and just defeating everything in front of him. It's just eyes closed going,
Pretty much. What's this? Oh, there's our boots. Oh. Oh no. Spilling a goo sound effect for me falling into, like, just frozen water.
I'm going to assume the platforming in this game is not great.
No, it does not feel very good. The bobbing of your walking animation kind of makes everything hard to... I mean, there is, like, a look up and down button, but they're not very useful most of the time, so I never really mapped them that much. Okay.
Oh no, it's red.
Oh, yep. We're close to death. Oh boy, they're everywhere. So we got our boots. Oh no! And they just respawn, so it's almost pointless. Oh, there we go. Yo, this reeks, comrade. Keep at it, though. So that takes us up to about 35 minutes. Are you ready, Zach? To leave the world of Attack of the Mutant?
But I must know where it goes. Nah, but we can stop it here if you want to stop.
I guess it made sense to like end on a death. Truthfully, this is past the point where I've gotten, so I don't fully know where I'm going in there. I assume I just need to figure out where the other pieces of Molecule Man are and figure out how to get out of the freezer. But as it is, I mean, I don't think the game's that bad. Like, the cutscenes are pretty uncanny, and the character designs are silly. But the voice acting's decent. The backgrounds, of course, are quite nice. It's not I mean, honestly, visually, it holds up at least a little bit because of just how nicely crafted all the little custom graphics are. It obviously looks a lot better than other first-person games of that era just because of the aesthetic, but it's just not a particularly appealing first-person game. I mean, the controls and, like, it just becomes very disorienting. Like, I feel like if you had a wider POV or it was zoomed out more, the game would be a little easier to navigate instead of... Like, there's no strafe, by the way, Zach. Like, there's no way to strafe. You just kind of turn and go forward. But as it is, yeah, it's a game of my childhood that I played a bit, never actually beat, just got stuck. I think it was honestly around the freezer segment where I just had no idea where to go. Maybe I even forgot the game had a jump button. I don't even know why I got that far. What's your overall thoughts on Attack of the Mutant, Zach, from what you've seen?
Looks really mediocre as a game. I could definitely see this being someone's childhood, though. And talking about how it's great and it still holds up. But it doesn't look too bad.
I mean, no, it is what it is. Yeah. Like I said, it has a higher budget than the majority of, like, kids games that I certainly played back then, with its nice backgrounds and just the overall aesthetic of everything, how there's a great variety to the environments. But I guess that does it here for this Keeping BZ. I don't know, if you guys want to see more of this game, I guess let us know. Maybe we'll play more if I can figure out where I'm supposed to be going. But as it is, thanks for joining us. Hope this was relaxing. Or nostalgic.
Yeah, this one is going to be a bit more of a chill Keeping BZ.